This is by far the best way to launch any product on Amazon right now. Welcome to the Post-Purchase Pro podcast.
This is the only podcast that dives deep into post-purchase marketing to help Amazon sellers increase sales, ranking, reviews, and profits. It's everything that happens after the initial sale that makes a difference. We call this the back end.
This is the Post-Purchase Pro podcast, episode 28.
Hey, welcome everyone. Recently, Seth and I had a very exclusive interview with someone who's very close to the A9 algorithm at Amazon. Yes, I know that sounds cool, right? What we were able to do is we accidentally confirmed a very long time assumption that is this. We assumed that sending high quality buyer traffic back to Amazon from an outside source would spike the algorithm and result in higher page rank. And that's exactly what we were able to confirm when we were talking to this person who will remain anonymous for obvious reasons. It's going to be exciting. I'm actually going to play a portion of that recorded interview for you so that you can see for yourself why we're so excited about this breakthrough. Seth?
Yeah, and actually, Sean, we actually even had to disguise his voice a little bit because he doesn't want this to be kind of like public, right? But it is so exciting to hear that the results that we've been getting in our business, he confirmed that everything we'd been seeing is actually true. So what we kind of got clarity around was that Amazon actually grades the traffic that hits their pages. They're actively tracking the quality, the source, and they're giving the traffic different, quality scores basically. So they know if somebody hits a listing or a search results page or whatever page inside of their website, they know whether that's an existing customer with all that buyer history. They know whether it's a new prospect that's never purchased before, and they know whether it's a spam clicker from a third world country, right? So they're tracking basically the weight that they should give each one of the clicks, and they actually do give them dramatically different weightings. So here's the most exciting part, because Amazon actually will reward you and your listing with better search term ranking just by having real Amazon shoppers, people that have proven to be shoppers before, have actually made transactions, just by having those people visit your listing. They don't even have to make a purchase for Amazon to give you credit. It's like a point system. So by having a real high quality customer come back to your listing, you get more points. And by having more points, then you move up the search results. So this means that you can launch a product if you have a source of high quality traffic and never actually having to make any sales. So, this is really, really exciting, Sean.
Yeah, definitely. So I want you to think about when you say high quality traffic, when we talk about high quality traffic, that's not traffic from some Chinese website that does rebate launches. It's not traffic from your friends and family. Amazon tracks every single person, every consumer that visits the Amazon platform and makes a purchase. Like you and I know I shop almost exclusively, Seth, on Amazon, so I would be considered high quality traffic. The reason I am is because Amazon knows the lifetime value of me and all the purchases in aggregate that I've made on their platform. So what I'm saying is, sending me to your listing to browse around, I don't even need to make a purchase. Amazon is going to give you higher page ranking based on that versus just some guy in Bangladesh who just showed up and added your product to their wish list. That's what we're talking about here. And it was just like mind blowing to hear that. My assumption is this. In this interview I'm going to play, the gentleman says yes. And in fact, in one part of the interview, he says, well, you're not just reading tea leaves. What you're reading is binary truths because A, B, C. And I was like, wow, mind blown. Now, I'm gonna play the interview for you. Mind you, the gentleman asked me not to share the interview, which I'm not technically sharing the interview. I'm just sharing the content of the interview because it can change the way that you approach your Amazon business. Now, before we talk about how Seth and I and our clients, how we use this information for our Amazon business, let's go ahead and take a listen to some of this interview. Obviously, like Seth said, we had to alter the voice to protect our contacts. So I'm going to play a little bit, Seth, and then we'll pause. Just have your notes pulled up there. Yeah. So that we can kind of dissect what's being said. Feel free to rewind and listen again, but what you're about to hear will change everything. Here we go. We can't quantify it, or maybe you know us. What we've seen is just the effect of sending high quality traffic that's already been proven to the Amazon algorithm to be a consumer.
That's way higher than that.
Thank you. And I can't prove it. So what he said there was, yes, that ranks way higher on the A9. And now he's going to go into, because I said, I can't prove it. And what you hear is this gentleman say, well, I can't prove it with you anymore, but I could have proven it to you about 14 months ago. So Amazon's algorithm weights it out wherever you're sending direct traffic from your own website or from email marketing lists, et cetera. And he says, and I quote, that actually is significant to them because they're saying we're going to the sell and pushing the sell. And if it's bouncing from a clean URL as well, or paid traffic providers, Amazon also gives you an outweighted score against their A9 algorithm. Here's that part.
I can't agree with you anymore with the improvement to 14 months ago. Yeah, so the Amazon's algorithm leaks it out, or if you're sending direct traffic from your own website or from email marketing lists, that actually is significant because they're saying you're going to sale pushing it in, and if it's bouncing from clean URLs as well, or paid traffic providers, Amazon also gives you an outputting score against their A9 algorithm for that.
And what we see, what we assume is that this traffic has a high rate of conversion in the past. Like me, I shop exclusively on Amazon because I'm too lazy to leave the house. I'm worth more than some guy who just got paid to click. Yeah.
Hey, Sean, the audio from our contact there isn't coming through very well, so maybe just explain this next part.
Yeah. So what you're going to hear him say, maybe you can turn it up if you're listening to this on the podcast or otherwise. I just don't have any really an easy way to make the audio more clear. I'll try another trick here in just a second. But what you're about to hear is I'm saying, you just heard me try to clarify, like, I'm worth more than the next guy. And he says something like, and I'm just reading the transcript here, nothing fancy. There's a quality of traffic score. And they also basically go through and track each individual user. So if, for instance, I had to retract the name and purchase a product, left a review on 3 or more products within a defined time period, the weight of my traffic is actually going to go down because they're going to say, like, hey, this is potentially spam traffic somehow. And he goes on to say, usually it's a pretty tight time period. So you don't really have to worry about the direct response email marketing being an impact there. And usually there are patterns of behavior established over time where that person will buy a number of one brand, leaving an outsized percentage of reviews, go to another brand, do the same, and other brands and do the same. So there's a number of mechanisms. They have to identify individual customer accounts as garbage traffic and weighing the impact of those customers making decisions. In addition to the things that customers don't see, like where the traffic is coming from, what's the reputation from that source, and previous benefit to Amazon as a company. So it's very complex, but your assumptions are absolutely correct, Sean. Let's just see if you can make that out.
There's quality of traffic score that also basically go through and track each individual user. So usually there's patterns of behavior established over time that person by number of unbranded outside percentage of reviews, over another branded same, unbranded same. So there's a number of mechanisms they have to identify individual customer accounts as garbage traffic and weighting the impact on those customers making decisions. In addition to the things customers don't see, like where's the traffic coming from, what's the reputation from that source, and previous benefits Amazon's company. So it's very complex, but your assumptions are absolutely correct, Sean.
So the end part there, Seth, is he said, it's very complex, but your assumptions are absolutely correct, Sean. And then let me just finish. I'll go on and say, yeah, I mean, we see it happen even without conversions. It's just like, wow, we just got a good shot in the arm here, so we assume that's where it's coming from. And this Amazon insider says, no, you're not reading tea leaves. What you're reading is binary truths. And then I'll just end it from there. So here you go. Yeah, I mean, we see it happen. Even without conversions, it's just like, oh, wow, we just got a good shot in the arm here, so we assume that's what's coming from. Yeah, and then that's when I go on to say, hey, well, let me share this. And he said, no, don't share this. Amazon has better lawyers than I do, so I plead the fifth here. I'm going to protect my source, but it was important for us to share that with you for obvious reasons because this changes everything. Seth?
Yeah, right, Sean. I mean, it's been confirming everything that we've been seeing over the last several years. I mean, this is by far the best way to launch any product on Amazon right now. So this means that any external traffic that you can send your listing will rank your product if it's high quality, not spam clicks that you're paying for that are just, clicks from non-buyers. It's got to be high quality. So the best way to do this, obviously, would be to create a series of emails to your own list of high quality traffic that you own and control and drive that traffic back to your listing. We have tested this every which way. And from our testing, if you can create a series of emails that drives traffic to your Amazon listing over at least a 7-day period, you're going to get a lot better results because Amazon rewards consistent, high quality traffic. And so, this is what we do for our clients every day. So we're reading these results so we can see how well this works. We just couldn't put a stamp on it and say Amazon 1000% for sure rewards high quality traffic without purchases being made. But now we can because we've had an internal Amazon employee saying the A9 algorithm specifically rewards traffic without a purchase. That's amazing. John?
Yeah, definitely. So here's what I'm going to do, Seth. I'm going to try. You just let me know on camera because I'm going to swap my microphone to be internal. And you just give me thumbs up if it's working. If not, then I'll just try to explain it otherwise. But I think I just figured it out. I shared the recording in the best quality possible. All right. So okay. Thumbs up to me means it's working. Thumbs down means give it up and wrap up the show. Okay. Just okay. Bear with me just for a moment. so maybe you can help us. What we've seen is just the fact of sending high quality traffic that's already been proven to the Amazon algorithm to be a consumer.
Index is way higher on A9.
Thank you. And I can't prove it.
I mean, I can't prove it with you anymore, but I could have proven it to you about 14 months ago. Yeah, so it used to be Amazon's algorithm leads it out, but if you're sending direct traffic from your own website or from email marketing lists, that actually is significant to them because they're saying you're growing the sale and pushing it in. And if it's bouncing from clean URLs as well, or paid traffic providers, Amazon also gives you an outdated score against their A9 algorithm for that.
And what we see, what we assume is that if this traffic has a high rate of conversion in the past, like me, I shop exclusively on Amazon because I'm too lazy to leave the house, I'm worth more than some guy who just got paid to click.
There's a quality of traffic score, and they also basically go through and track each individual user. So, and usually there's patterns of behavior established over time, and that person will buy a number of one brand, leave an outsized percentage of reviews, go to another brand, do the same, another brand, do the same. So there's a number of mechanisms they have to identify individual customer accounts as garbage traffic and the impact of those customers making decisions, in addition to the things customers don't see, like where's the traffic coming from, and what's the reputation from that source and previous benefit to Amazon as a company. So it's very complex, but your assumptions are absolutely correct, Sean.
Yeah. I mean, we see it happen, even without conversions. You know, it's just like, oh, wow, we just got a good shot in the arm here, so we assume that's what it's coming from.
No, you're not reading tea leaves, you're reading binary truths.
Well, good.
That's exactly what we tell everyone, Sean, because we've seen it in the results. So to hear you say it from the inside is nice to hear. I'd actually like to get you to say that on a recorded video we can play for everyone.
Not this one, not this one.
Yep, that came through much, much better.
Okay, am I back with you?
You're back.
Okay, cool. Hopefully that came through all right. So, yeah, it was important for us to share that with you because there's a lot of things going on out there, Seth, right now about these so-called rebate groups like Rebate Key and some of the other groups out there that Amazon's putting the brakes on, okay? And a lot of sellers, unfortunately, are struggling to find something to take the place or replace the need for that constant influx of traffic and conversions and the spiking of sales velocity and so forth that rebates do for you. So if you're able to control where the traffic comes from that lands on your Amazon listing, regardless of whether that traffic converts, then you're setting yourself above and apart from all of your competitors. Amazon's A9, as you heard the gentleman say, is going to reward you with higher page ranking because they're weighting that traffic as a lot better quality, more beneficial, more valuable to Amazon. What that means, Seth, is that we can and should control our destiny when it comes to page ranking. And the easiest way to do that right now today is to launch your product using your own in-house list of customers. Seth?
Yeah. So guys, you're absolutely right, Sean. I mean, this is the answer to Amazon banning rebates. If you're not building your own real email list of your own customers that you can send back to your listing using email and text marketing, then you have to start now. I mean, it's really simple. Create an insert, put it in your product, and start having customers come and sign up to be on your list. Give them some value. Because when you can send out an email or a text and then have those customers visit your Amazon listing, whether they buy or not is irrelevant. You will get rewarded. Amazon rewards that traffic with better search term rankings. In fact, I'll give you one example before we jump out of here. One of our clients did this. They had a very small list. It was only a couple hundred customers. They sent it back to their listing. Their listing was fairly new, so they didn't have a lot of page ranking yet. Within a week, their sales tripled just because their listing moved up the search terms. So this is the most valuable asset that you can own in your Amazon business because it's media that you can deploy on demand forever. You don't have to keep spending money on it like you would with PPC or keep giving products away like you used to with rebates. Please don't do rebates anymore. But yeah, guys, if you're not building this real asset, take a little time out of your week this week and make this happen. I mean, it's not going to happen instantly, but if you don't start putting one foot in front of the other and start building this asset, you're going to really regret it here in the future because you're not rewarding yourself.
Right. So paid traffic, although to you it's valuable because you paid for it, it may not be considered high quality traffic from Amazon. But traffic that has already made purchases on Amazon because they've already done business with you and your brand are obviously Amazon shoppers. Anytime you can send that traffic back to your Amazon listing, that's when you're going to win with this. Remember, they don't have to convert. Just sending the traffic to the platform, Amazon says, oh, wait, these guys are serious. These are buyers. They've already performed in the past. They've already demonstrated their willingness to make purchases on the platform. This is high quality. Let's pay attention to this. Let's reward this seller from sending this traffic from an outside source with higher page rate. That should change the way you approach your business this week. So like always, we appreciate you hanging out with us. Sorry about the bad audio. Did the best I could. Like and subscribe, comment, let us know what you think. You can find us on Facebook at Post Purchase Pro. Search us up on YouTube, Post Purchase Pro there as well. Share this podcast with your friends and colleagues. Let others know how important it is to control where that outside traffic is coming from. Just as well as quality traffic helps your listing, bad quality traffic can kill your listing. This has been the Post Purchase Pro podcast, episode 28, how to profitably launch products on Amazon without rebates or PPC. Share it, like it, subscribe, let us know how we're doing. Happy New Year, and we'll see you next week.
See you guys.